Hey guys, it's Kusi. Oh boy, was that a reveal video, huh? If you haven't checked the spec reveal out yet, make sure to do that now, as it was hilariously fun to make. If you have seen it, then welcome to the official start of the Zero to Hero Healer Edition in the War Within. The star of this series will be no other than the almost 3.5k feral main during Dragonflight. The fairy with many names, such as the most ferocious bite, the one that puts the rip in rip, the Girth Warden, Pawn Order baby. The red-eyed menace has returned with one specific change in attitude. Instead of shredding shits to pieces, we apply heals. And while those tick, we are shredding shits to pieces. Hashtag character development. Now, with that being said, let's dive right into our starting episode, in which I will show you everything that I have done in an attempt to get to item level 600 ASAP, or well, at least like 590, so I can confidently start doing Mythic Plus. Speaking of, since the season is in full effect, we're gonna dip our furry toes into some keys today to, you know, get a feel for things. So if that sounds like an episode you want to get extra comfy for, as the nostalgia is strong within this one, well then
try to relax your anus.
And also like and subscribe, because God knows, ever since I started to support my favorite tubers, mine is relaxed non-stop. Alrighty, so let's start in the beginning. Yeah, wells. This bad boy got leveled mostly through gathering, hence why the gear is pretty much how I left Dragonflight. And while I just randomly select some talents that I think might be good, most importantly the talents that are required to do some scratching in between healing, let's talk about the rules of this challenge, as there are some changes compared to the Red Paladin. So first thing out of the way, the guild rule stays. I won't get tired to advocate towards guilds, since this is a multiplayer game in the end and having a community to potentially play with is key. With that being said, I obviously won't join some 6 out of 8 mythic guild that boosts my ass to the raid or even keys. Don't you worry. Besides that, I will limit my gold even further than on the Paladin. Since this character used to be my gathering bot, I had some solid cash on it, but because it's kinda meh, if I can just craft away without having to pay attention to the budget, we will lower this. I lowered it to 50k first and eventually even went down to 30k, which I will regret a lot sooner than I expected. Furthermore, because we do actually now have a main with the last series being finished, there's obviously no Raid.io connection happening. In fact, I didn't update my Raid.io ever since my dad left, and boy, it's been a minute. Besides that, another no-brainer is obviously the rule to not use the friend list to any extent. Not once. Very important rule, as this is supposed to be a solo adventure for the most part. And to add some extra spice, the last actual rule for this one is to only apply to strangers' keys. Playing my own key will not happening. We fully embrace the LFG Q life, as it can't be as bad as DPS. Famous last words. Alright, and there's the goal. Because playing arguably the most unpleasant healer for the current season isn't enough, we are going to up the ante a little bit. Not only will we fully experience every damn dungeon on the time plus 10 key, we will also put an extra goal in that needs me to eventually time a plus 12 key as well.
Are you stupid or something?
I mean, those full-blown nerds do plus 17 keys. How hard can it be to do a 12 with randoms on the internet? Am I right? Now then, with all the important informations out of the way, our goal for this episode is very simple. Get good, and well, get gear to charge ass first into LFR to eventually snipe some items. But with the current 20th anniversary update being live, I don't even know what to do first. Technically, I could just do time walk in order to grab some easy items. However, those won't get me far, as the item level is not that solid. So instead, I'm all about doing those weekly events. And just because I'm a full-blown Giga degen, I won't buy gear from the auction house just to get a feeling for the unnecessary pain that could become apparent very quick. However, added with the mentioned event, there is a new crate. That one will grant a champ piece from the new time walking raid when completed. And after that, you get vet raid items instead. So that's the one to keep an eye on. And my first goal was to get the 5 dungeons done in order for the mentioned champ piece. But that was kind of a wild idea. You see, apparently, I get shafted in here. A lot. Or to be more specific, everybody did. I don't know what the scaling in here was, but boy did this boss head out one-shots like Oprah hands out cars. What a phenomenal first dungeon experience this turned out to be, man. Whew, fun, fun, fun. So yeah, people dipped and so did I. Cool. Because of the lever buster I shamefully wore for now, I decided to hunt down different items instead. PvP items. But before you say,
I'm leaving.
Let me explain. Bloody tokens are a currency that Blizzard implemented in a desperate attempt to save open world PvP. So desperate in fact, that you don't even need to do PvP. Turning on war mode is enough. For every world quest you do, you receive 100 tokens. Why is this important? Because you can buy upgradable veteran items with these tokens, and just to butter my biscuit, pause, you can even turn those items into tier set as well, just in case you get very unlucky with items early on. However, I only did this to prepare the final gearing, cause once the lever buster was gone, time walking was on the table again. I got that mines again. Cool? Huh, why is this so easy now? I mean, this just means I blame the other tank for the first run. I like that. What I also like is to show you what I've gotten from the quest for the 5 time walking dungeons, but my ADHD having ass found something more exciting. The BLD time walk run, in fact, does not have an item level requirement. And it's even funnier, you can also queue this on a low level character, which gets you some really funny interactions. Like our fully green geared level 55 survival hunter blasting the damn raid boss in 2 damn seconds. And do you want to know what I gotten from the entire raid? Well, then close your eyes. Yeah, I got a full bag of chocolate chip nothing. Well, 2 warbound items, but come on man. I also did the world boss, but apparently I got looped up by Diddy's oil bottles, as loot was freaking slippy to say the least. So, coming full circle to what I said earlier, guaranteed items, blood tokens, mark my words. Let me quickly replace my shoulder slot with a 100 item level upgrade. Yet, now the fun begins. Item level is sufficient to get into LFR, just like that. So I quickly snagged myself a raid build from Icy Veins, cause I got absolutely no idea on what to do anyways. And let's pretend to do stuff, when in reality, I'm just here for the juice. But no damn tier set even dropped. This game is so freaking ass, man. I can't even... Oh damn, is that a headpiece? Let me hold that real quick. Now, what really annoyed me in this one is that I didn't know what I was doing. With this many people, Resto felt super useless, as I was just using rejuvenation or regrowth on people, but nothing happened. If you played Resto Druid in raids, let me know if it's more fun in smaller parties. Now, besides the headpiece that I can turn into a tier set later on, I didn't get shit. At all. Nothing. And I was so pissed that I just rolled a freaking 100 on the Spymaster's web. Wait, what? Never thought I'd see the day of me getting something useful. For those of you that don't know, this trinket is quite insane. While in combat, you get stacks of intellect for free, and every 20 seconds, you can technically use all those stacks to get even more int for 20 seconds. Now, would I personally say that this would make a lot more sense to have as a DPS, because healers usually do not need shitloads of int in such a short time frame? Sure. Did I care? No. Would I use it every time before I go into cat form to convoke the ever-living hell out of everything? You damn right I will. Also didn't really feel bad, since it's LFR and half of the people in here roll on shit they try to sell anyways. So far, we did LFR, both Palace and BRD, grabbed 2 vet pieces from the weekly quest, yoinked ourselves some cheap hands from the BRD weekly kill quest, and prepped some bloody tokens to eventually buy items for slots we didn't get. But we ain't done. We got a fancy haste verse ring, which is pretty good if you believe the top rate IO degens, and we got plenty of sparks. So, let's craft. Is what I would love to say, but I had 2 major issues. The first one was, I was damn broke. Like I said, I started with 50k for the challenge, but lowered it to 30, and I pretty much needed all of that to buy the mats for a weapon. The second problem was the missing crests. Luckily, I know a good way of just getting one with the little time investment of around 10 minutes. Our Chance to Strike, a quest that will show up on every character as long as you complete the storyline once on your account, will require you to go to the Spiderland, kill some stuff, rescue some Muppets, and experience the first ever raid boss simulator with some bot friends. Even though it's stupidly easy and it's not even close to what the actual boss fight is, I think this is a very cool idea to implement. More of that. Crest is there, but since I'm a broke little bitch, get it? Because I'm a wolf? We need gold. So herbing and mining will be required to make some quick cash. Bro, only 14k for 30 minutes? What happened, man? Damn, 619 with Ascension, let's send it. And when I say that, I mean delves. The first proper max item level group content awaits, as I was pretty interested if my gear upgrades are showing or if the lack of HPS output was actually just me being ass. Mom, look, I'm doing it. Man, I can't wait for the first delve champ item. Surely it's an upgrade and... Bro, for real? Party stayed together, so we did another delve, so you best believe this time I got an action.
God have mercy upon us.
Alright, fuck that. Let's do keys. My final item upgrades were a chest, leg and boot piece from the bloody tokens, because I told you, guaranteed items are the best. 590 item level, and so we stepped foot into a +2 Arakara. I was excited. I was ready. Ready to heal my party until there's nothing left to heal. What I wasn't ready for, however, was the affix. Boy, did I forget about the affix. Now, let's talk about it. Since either Fortified or Tyrannical, depending on the week, are applied at +4, we only got one thing to care about. Saladot's Bargain. 1 out of 4 versions every week, and in this week, Void Mommy herself will drop 10 orbs in the close proximity of each other that we need to deal with by either using a form of CC, like stun or pushbacks, just to name a few, or as an alternative, kicking their cast, as well as purging them will do the trick. Though a mass CC is by far the easiest way, and luckily a druid has a perfect solution for that. In-cap Roar. 30 seconds cooldown, quite a big range, always up when the balls spawn, absolutely made for this affix. Why do I tell you this? Cause I didn't skill it. Fantastic start, but hey, it's a +2. What can go wrong? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But hey, then Deeps though. Now here and there we added some extra packs that felt like a test from the tank towards me. And the Lord be my witness, I failed. Some of them. Quite bad. Damn. All of the stuff I learned during LFR didn't help me one bit. Spamming regrowth ain't gonna cut it, so I'ma have to get creative at some point. But as usual, since it's the first episode, don't try to dumpster load every information onto me for now. Let me figure it out a little bit and we can talk about it the next episode. Now, the second boss gave me some troubles. A chain of mess-ups that led not only to half of my party's demise, but also mine. As I tried to catch up to the healing so bad, I stood in the stuff that was ticking us down in the first place. I forgot how utterly focused I am on the health bars of my party instead of focusing on preventing damage on myself. Luckily, a Blood Decay will just solo kill everything on this level, or I guess any level, and so the final boss was the last hurdle. Here, I really had the memory of my early days in this expansion, in which I had a Resto Druid heal in my party that cost about 5 wipes just because he used Shapeshift too much. You see, whenever you rooted in those little blobs to prevent a painful and instant ending, Shapeshifting will free you from it. Which means, if you run into the puddle as a cat and then leave the form to heal, GG. Luckily, I remembered that, and so no deaths for your boy on this one. Yet overall, not too bad. So let's increase the difficulty at least a little bit to ensure a hero item in the vault. Oh, that's just great.